Hey everybody, how are you today? I am Dr. Barbara Fralinger, and I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about what I went over last night in the Zoom presentation for anyone who missed the call. So I thought this was a really good time to approach anyone in this group who is closing down their business for the winter months coming up and looking for an additional stream of revenue. And I think it's very, very important to take a look at this because so many small business owners that I know are getting involved with my company and partnering with us. And it is really the best vehicle for someone, especially if you're in a seasonal business, to generate that cash flow, either to put back into your business when you are in season or during the off season when you are low on cash flow. So if you have not taken a serious look at this, I really, really encourage you to watch this whole presentation. And I'm going to try to keep it right around 20 minutes. And if you have questions or if you want to talk to me more about this, then definitely comment below this post or message me. Okay, so the business of the future. We all know that things are moving online primarily. And if you are not leveraging a system somehow to capitalize on that, then you're missing out. And because we have a lot of people in here who are entrepreneurial and business minded, you should be open to looking at additional streams, right? Additional streams of revenue and how you can really tap into the online environment. So if you're looking for more time or more income, actual freedom where you are not the system, because with many of you who are small business owners, you may make great money, but you're the system. So if you want to know if your business runs you or if you run your business, leave it for a few weeks or a few months and see if you make money still, right? So several small business owners, they have money but no time a lot of times. So this is a vehicle where you could generate, like I said, a lot more time freedom for you. And also, if you are looking to put back into your business, like I said, or if you're looking to really just get out of your business eventually and you don't see yourself working it for years and years ahead, then this is a great alternative for you to build for your future. So do you have debt? I'm sure probably most people do in this group, only because, business owners, they are investing a lot in inventory and they're also, paying out, employees. You have all of those things to worry about. And are you looking for better health? Well, I think that just goes to show everybody is looking to improve their quality of life. So not necessarily, we all want to live a long life, but we do want to live it to the best quality. So this is Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, and this is really what opened my eyes when I was looking at the different ways that people view money. Okay, so if you've been exposed to this before, then you'll see that you fall in one or maybe more of these categories. So if you've been an employee, if you are self-employed and have your own business, if you're a big business owner or an investor. So most times, most people, 90% of the population, they fall into that employee category where they have one way of pay and they're not really leveraging any kind of system to build wealth. They're trading time for dollars. And if you look on the other, underneath of that in the self-employed category, which a lot of you in here are, you own a job. And a lot of times it takes 3 to 5 years potentially to really cash flow in that. So you are paying to go to work for the first couple of years. And that's traditional business, So you may have money, but again, you also have employees and payroll and loans and things to worry about. You are the system. Now, on the right side of the quadrant, we have people with a wealthy mindset. Now, the difference is the people on the left side, they're considered to be on the poorer side of the quadrant only because they have more of a security mindset and because They have, money, they may have money, but no time, right? So their greatest fear is to lose their job or to lose their business, right? And the people on the right side of the quadrant, their greatest fear is to have to go and get a job. So that's more of that different mindset. So a big business owner, these are people like Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, right? What do they all have in common? Well, basically they have systems and they have both time and money, and they can leave their businesses, right, for months and maybe a year, and it may be in better financial in a better financial situation when they get back. So, the difference though is that it takes millions upon millions of dollars to even get started in that big business owner category, right? And the average person or small business owner does not have that kind of money to be in the big business owner category. Then the investor category is where everybody wants to be, right? So that's when your money is making more than you ever could. So what if there was a way and I told you that you could get from the left side of the quadrant over to that big business owner side of the quadrant, and the most that you would have to invest is up to $1,500, and your overhead would be between $100 and $200 per month, and then that's it, right? And you could have this multi-million-dollar global business, and you could run it from your phone. You could leverage your relationships that you already have. And what would you do? You would plug into a system of duplication. So that way, as your organization and your business grows over time, you don't need to be there as much. You are all leveraging a system and leveraging each other in your businesses. And you have more time freedom, more financial freedom, and you're building this passive income that grows exponentially over time, okay? And your overhead never changes, right? So it's not something where, the bigger you get, the more you need to invest. Nothing like that. The bigger you get, the more time freedom and financial freedom that you would get. So any small business owner out there is probably thinking right now, how could I build something like that with no employees, not having to worry about payroll, not having to invest that much, but you're telling me I can build a multi-million-dollar business? Yes, I am telling you, you can build a multi-million-dollar global business from your phone, from your laptop, with a max input or investment of $1,500 and then just $100 to $200 per month in overhead. Yes, that is what I'm telling you. No warehouses, no rent, nothing to worry about, nothing else except those costs that I told you. So what are your current options? Well, current options, plan A and plan B, we talked about a little bit. So if you're an employee right now, your primary goal, you are sacrificing your freedom for security. You're going to work 40 to 60 hours a week and retire with a third of your income. Your income is taxed at the highest percentage when you are in a W-2 or an employee, which most small business owners in here know the value of being in a 1099. So in the small business owner quadrant, your primary goal is to be your own boss. But again, you probably know that you have very high startup costs and you have to worry about credit lines, bank loans, personal guarantees, and employees. Whereas in plan B, you can keep your primary income stream, whether you are an employee or a small business owner, and invest 5 to 15 hours weekly. Follow a proven system. You have very low startup costs, like I just said, and in 1 to 2 years, you could be generating, depending on the network you have and the relationships that you've generated, right? You stack your networks, and you could be generating in a year or two $26,000 to $52,000 or more, right? 3 to 5 years, you could be generating $100,000 or more in passive income, right? So, and if you are already in business, you could go much, much faster than that, especially if you are a person of influence in your network. So you would be part of a mentorship program like I am, and it includes a proven business school to teach you how to do this, how to maximize a compensation structure with a vehicle so that we leverage as a fulfillment center. So we leverage this fulfillment center called Viseo. So the wellness industry, the right timing is now. And the industry, the health and wellness industry is going to exceed the $1 trillion mark in the next 10 years, because anytime you look in history, when the baby boomers have gone through a stage when they were buying houses, real estate went up, right? Well, now they're at a point where they want to get off their medications and they want to do more prevention and they want to be more healthy. So the wellness industry is booming right now. And the greatest entrepreneurial opportunities, therefore, are going to be in the distribution of wellness products and services. Robert Kiyosaki, again, author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, and the one who is responsible for the cash flow quadrant I showed you, he says the richest people in the world look for and build networks, and everybody else just looks for work. So I don't know if people are aware of this, but over 21 million people in the United States are turning to network marketing. It's an industry that's been around for 140 years. Think of Avon, Mary Kay. They've been around forever, right? And think about if you were involved in them in the beginning. What would your life look like right now? With your business sense and your background, what would your life look like? So the industry generates over $178 billion annually, and it takes away the need to build your own system because you're tapping into a system. So systems and networks build wealth versus a job and even a small business. So that's the truest form of an invisible business, and it's the purest method of franchising as well, as you will see. So the company takes all the risk on inventory, overhead, and employees. And according to Forbes, if you look at 30 years ago, 80% of businesses were your traditional brick and mortar. They had tangible, hard assets, and 20% were intangible. But today it's completely flipped. If you look at the big businesses, Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, all of them leverage a system. They own nothing, but run everything. Amazon leverages fulfillment centers. Uber, no employees, right? No employees. They're leveraging a system. They don't own one car, right? There's no car that they have. Airbnb, no hotels, own no hotels. They leverage their network and a system. So 80% of our big businesses today fall into this category, and network marketing is, these businesses are becoming more like network marketing, not the other way around. So I'm going to show you a way to start your own business like a franchise with minimal startup costs, very low overhead. Like I said before, no bank loans, personal guarantees, employees, or franchise fees. And you could be part of the next major disruption. So if you look at, like I said, those disruptors I talked about, and the health and wellness industry being that $1 trillion industry, if you partner with the top, in the top 50 healthcare industries, a company that is in the top 50 healthcare companies in the world called Viseo, then you would be part of a huge disruption that is happening right now. So Viseo is a nutraceuticals company. And basically, we are the only network marketing company that has been ranked in the world in the top 50, right? So no other network marketing. And that's because we are actually delivering solutions with our supplementation by this liposomal technology that I'm going to talk a little bit about. So that's what sets us apart. That's what makes us different, and that's why our company is just over 2 years old, and it's done over 100 million in sales. It is debt-free. Our CEO has built 2 other billion-dollar companies prior to this one. So I think, success leaves clues. So I think he's probably going to do it a 3rd time. So our CEO is Dallin Larson, and he is an Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. This is the award that they give to people like Jeff Bezos of Amazon, Michael Dell Computers, right? He was also the Utah CEO of the Year. Dan Pico is the co-founder and president. He's on the right there. And then Dan Zhu is the co-founder and Asia Pacific president. So we are currently in 12 countries after only 2.5 years of being in business. And to be in 12 countries and have 4 international headquarters is amazing. And that's because our CEO understands the international market. And because we have done so well with our sales overall, then we are making a difference, and we are globally taking off. And we're only in our third year, which means we are pre-momentum. We're still classified as pre-momentum. So imagine, if Bill Gates said that he was going to build another company, right? Would you want to be in the beginning phases? I think so. If Steve Jobs, if you could have gotten in on Apple, right, before it became this huge thing, would you have invested? Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about here with Dallin Larson. So what is the disruption in this? Well, liposome technology has been used since the 60s. And what it is with chemotherapy patients, they used it to protect the chemo as it went through the digestive system so it could actually get to the correct cells it needed to get to. So what our company basically did is just apply that technology to supplementation. So a liposome, it's a fat bubble. Our body loves fat. The outside of the cell is a fat layer. It's a phospholipid bilayer. And what happens is this liposome protects the supplementation that is inside of it as it goes through the digestive tract, and it gets optimal bioavailability, meaning it gets to the cell, right? It gets there, and then what happens after that is that it has optimal absorption because the fat bubble binds to the cell. So in traditional supplements that you get, like at the GNC, you get maybe 10 to 15% absorption. But with ours, you're getting up to 90% absorption. And this is why we have done so well with our sales. And this is why we're taking off. And this is why we're different. And we're disrupting the entire nutraceuticals and supplement industry. We have 10 disruptive products right now, and they're each in their own billion-dollar category. They do not catabolize each other, right? So CBD is all the rage right now. It's predicted to increase 700% and become a multi-billion-dollar industry. So ever since the passing of the hemp, the farm bill that made commercialization of hemp legal, the CBD everyone has been coming up with different oils, different creams, but because of our liposome technology at Paseo, we are getting maximum absorption. It literally is the best product on the market because it has a US patent on that liposomal technology, so no one else can duplicate that. And it also has a patent on the time release, right? So what that means is that it does what it says it's going to do. And also it is 100% THC free. And that's because the hemp is selectively bred. There are no harsh chemicals that are used to remove any of the THC. But when the hemp is selectively bred, it's sort of like the hemp part of the cannabis plant is the minimal THC containing component of the plant. So think about if you want to breed a red flower and a white flower to get a pink flower, and you just keep continuously breeding until you get the color that you want. It's the same thing that they did with the hemp here. They continuously bred the non-THC or very little THC containing components of the hemp until they bred it completely out of it. So there is no THC in it. And we have certificates of analysis to prove that and to authenticate that. So it's absolutely the top product right now on the market. But we also have things for other issues, right? We have an antioxidant liquid. It's called Eternal, and it's got glutathione. It actually helps you from the inside out with your skincare. We have something for joint health, sleep, brain support, detox, weight management, energy, and a core multivitamin that is superfoods based. And all of these are 100% all natural, organic, vegan, gluten-free, everything you can think of. And they have that liposome technology. So in a traditional job, you get paid one way, right? With network marketing and with our rewards plan, you get paid 8 different ways. And this is why people can really do very well if they have a network and they leverage a system. So this is not something where you're going to have to buy low and sell high. It doesn't work that way with us. This is another way for you to really leverage a system and leverage your network. Okay, so you're not going to make money at this doing just customer sales. That's not what this is about. This is about getting a lot of people and being your best consumer and having them be their best consumers and spreading that because it's volume based. Okay, so you do get paid though on customer sales commissions, and then you also have a product introduction bonus where you make 20% of anybody that you personally bring on board who wants to build a business. And then in team commission, that's where you start to really make money because you can make up to $28,000 per week. And that's the only of the 8 ways of pay that has an income cap on it. So the others, you can make way more than that, and there's no income cap. Matching bonus is the purest form of franchising. And basically with that, you're going to get paid on the generations. So say you bring people into the business, and then they bring people into the business, and then they bring people. So it's like your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. It's a system of duplication, and all of them are going to get plugged into our business school with our system so that you can leverage that and you don't have to teach everybody how to do everything. It starts with 2 people. You teach 2 people how to bring in 2 people, and then they teach 2 people how to bring in 2 people, and then the company bonuses all of us, right? So it's not where just one person makes money. Everybody has 2 sides of their organization that they have to work, and the better that you personally work your organization and work both sides and help people build businesses and duplicate the franchise model. I like to think of it like McDonald's, right? You consume your own product, you have a Big Mac, right? And then you have enough so that you can take to other people and say, hey, do you want to plug into this franchise? And all you need to do is plug into our system of duplication. So you have enough to consume and then to share with other people who may be interested in plugging into the franchise model and following a system of duplication like McDonald's has a system of duplication. And you have rank advancement bonuses, global leadership bonus. So we're in 12 countries right now, and that weekly global leadership bonus is right around $500 to $700 per week. And if you come in as a founder, you don't just get the 3% of global sales, it goes up to 5%. So coming in as a founder means that you purchase one of our foundation packs, which is that $1,500 pack. Okay, so that's what that means, and it sets you up for the life of the company to be in that additional 2% pool. And like I said, that equates to an additional $30,000 a year is what it equated to last year, that 5% global, that additional 2% pool. So, and we're growing right now. So can you imagine what that leadership bonus is going to be in 5 years, in 10 years, right? We also have lifestyle trips in multiple business centers. So we'll go into a little more detail with that if people are interested in learning specifics about our compensation plan. So I know what you may be thinking, well, I'm a traditional business owner. I don't have necessarily a network, of people that would want to do this, but chances are you do. And then you think, well, I don't want to be salesy. I'm not good at sales. So these are more like for the traditional employee who just can't wrap their mind around this. I tried this before, I failed, it doesn't work. And these businesses are smoke and mirrors, they're overpromised and they underdeliver, right? What will my friends think? If you're worried about what your friends think, then you really shouldn't be in business at all. I don't have time, I don't have the money. And my existing team, if you're already in network marketing or if you've done this in the past, maybe you couldn't get them to duplicate. Well, we have a solution for that too. And this is what sets us apart from the entire industry. And that is our online business school, where we learn from multimillionaires who have been in this industry for 30 years how to maximize this compensation plan, how to bring people on, how to duplicate, how to attract the right people into your organization, how to leverage social media, how to present this business in a way that business owners will understand and that speaks to pain points of different people in different careers. So we learn all of this in a Facebook group live, right? 3 to 4 nights per week. We learn from the tops in the industry how to do all of this. And our business school focuses on 7 pillars of strength. So the purpose overall is to bring financial education. So we lead with financial education, and we teach people how to have that language of business, real business acumen and financial literacy, and to convey that to other people in their life. So it's the only business school in the direct selling industry that teaches financial education and how it applies to MLM. It's free for our team, and it teaches how to talk to business owners and become a network marketing business professional. My mentor, Rick Gutman, who runs the business school, he was a small business owner for years. He was a contractor. He owned businesses throughout his 20s, ever since he was 17 years old. In his early 30s, he got into real estate in the diamonds and gemstones industries. He's been a top 30 earner in the world as a result of those two industries. And then he got into network marketing back in the late 90s when the real estate boom was drying up. He crushed it in network marketing. He was number 80,000 in a company called Monavi to come in. And then he worked his way all the way up to the top 10 in that company in a year. So if anybody tells you that this is a system where only people at the top make money, that is not true. It's the purest form of the American dream, where you work your way to the top, right? And you just implement and you leverage your network. And if you don't have a network, then you're going to have to build your network. If you already have a network, then this is a no-brainer for you. And if you have influence, easy way to create passive income that grows over time. So our 7 strengths of development, we have trainings, like I said, 3 to 4 nights a week, and we grow, and they focus on growing us mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, with time strength and social media strength. So if you engage in this and plug your people into, who may have not done business before, but you know they have influence, then you plug them into our business school, and it builds the whole person so they can handle the rigors of business, right? But like I said, if you're ahead of the game already and you understand the concepts of business, then this would be really a very easy way for you to generate cash flow. So how would you get started? Well, like I said, here is our business model. Viseo, our company, we leverage as a fulfillment center, and they manufacture the product, take orders, ship the product, handle customer service, pay commissions, and handle all the headaches. What the pattern is and what you do is simple. You have a 3-step process. You use your own products, right? You be your best customers, then you merchandise out a small amount to people that you want to introduce this business to, and then you show others how to do number 1 and number 2. That is the system, and that is the pattern. And if you continuously do that, you will build 2 teams out, and this can become very lucrative over time. So if you have a left team and a right team, and anybody can pass up anybody else at any point in time, because it's based on, the company bonuses you based on how well you build both sides of your organization. So if someone in your right team is building both sides of their organization better than you are, then the company is going to bonus them more than you're going to get bonused if you neglect your left leg, for example. If you're just only gaining points on your right, you have volume points, because every product has a point value system attached to it. So, when people come in on products and they maintain their own best customer, then all of those points accumulate, and the more that the team grows, it's like a fabric, right? You grow your network and you can grow it. Like I said, we're in 12 different countries. Social media, you can connect with people all over the world now. So this is why network marketing is the vehicle to really be in for wealth creation. So every time that you have 240 points meeting 480 points, and you share a leg with the person who brings you into the business. So not only are you getting help from below, but you're getting help from above. So if at the top and I'm putting in, the person that you see at the very bottom on the right-hand side, that's possible because I'm putting in people and adding to the team. You may be the second person that I put in, and then you're putting in people and adding to the team, right? But you're still getting help from me, right? So I am a builder. So I'm going to be I put people into my organization weekly, right? So when that happens, when I do that, then, I'm helping you to build your organization. So we're all helping each other. You get $28 per cycle. Every time 240 meets 480, you get paid on the points. And that's how, if you build a very lucrative organization, a very deep organization, and you work in depth with helping people to build teams, you can earn up to $28,000 per week. So how do you get started? It's as easy as generating, ordering, setting up, and then generating. So you order an enrollment kit, you set up your auto ship, which is your LCP, and you stay on that. That is your overhead, $100 to $200 per month. And if you think of it as, maybe even if you're looking at this like an employee mindset, well, if I told you that you could work with multimillionaires 3 to 4 nights a week and have access to them in an online business school, and they're teaching you how to build cash flowing assets rather than buy cash flowing assets, and then what to do with this money once you make it in network marketing to reinvest into other cash flowing assets, is that worth $200 a month to you? $100 a month to you? So you're paying between $1,200 and $2,400 for a year of that access. If you don't even work the business, I think most people they'll pay that for a weekend to learn from people how to be extremely successful in business. So I like to think about it that way, as sort of a tuition, right? For people who've never done this before. And then you generate income using our system. So where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself becoming a wholesale consumer where you order products online, enjoy the benefits, and then share with other people? So you would get things at a discount, your products at a discount. Or do you see yourself becoming a franchisee partner, right? Where you purchase an enrollment kit, set up your LCP, plug into our system. We would guide you every step of the way. We help you because, again, I don't make money unless you make money, right? So the more successful you are, the more that you get bonused, the more that I get bonused, right? So this is a team effort. You would join our team Facebook group to learn the business. You would download the Viseo app. You would complete their business school online trainings, and you can attend business events. So with that, I am going to leave you today, and I just wanted to thank you for coming on and watching this presentation. And if you are interested in talking to me more about this, then I am here. So have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.